I wanted to ask you though, would you like say you're like Eren's friends? Would you be able to kill someone if the world was at stake? Like your best
Kill
friend.
my friend if the world
Whoever
was
your
at
best
stake.
friend is, would you be able to kill them if the world was at stake?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. In their situation, I'm not even understanding why they're trying to save the rest of the world.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, what has the rest of the world done for them to want to save them?
Well, they haven't even seen the rest of the world. They've only lived in one place.
They lived in one place. They explored. They seen, like, they did travel. They traveled because nobody knew they were Eldians. Remember, they were going around. They were in Marley. They went to a few different other places, and they seen the world. And they heard multiple people around the world talk about their hatred for Eldians, not only Marley.
Right.
Because remember, Eren was trying to understand how the rest of the world views, because he was living like as a nomad in various different places, and then he came to the conclusion. This is another thing. They said he came to the conclusion that the only answer is the rumbling, right? But then we get to the end. He's like, I didn't have a choice. I didn't make this choice. But you get what I'm saying? Like, stuff is not making sense.
Maybe it's so confusing because he's living in the past, present, and the future. Because that confused me.
That is confusing. But remember, he literally left and he was living on his own just to see like different perspectives from everybody, like see how other people are living, what they think before. Because he was like, I don't want to kill everybody, but let me go around and just like kind of, be a bum on the street or live these various different lives and see how everybody else is living and what life has to be, what life is like outside of these walls.
I don't know.
And then he was like, he sent the letter. Remember, he sent the letter. He was like, all right, show up. Because he was gone for a long time. They didn't know where he was at. He just disappeared. And then he sent him the letter, and then they pulled up, and then that's when they, he did the massacre at the presentation. But he was gone exploring. Like, he was literally gone trying to figure out what life is like outside of the walls and if this is what he wants to do.
But the thing about that, I was gonna say, is like, if he always was technically in the future, he always knew the decision that he was going to make.
Exactly. So why did he even do this? Which is the problem with this whole time travel shit. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, why did you introduce this?
He was always set on this.
That's what I'm saying. And then the whole thing with the time travel, right, is like, specifically with the Titan, with being the Attack Titan, right? The Attack Titan can see the memories of all future Titans and all past Attack Titans, right? So remember when his dad and his not his mom, but his dad's wife, the royal family woman, they both got thrown off the cliff, and then the owl was like, just make sure you save Armin and Mikasa. And then Grisha was like, what are you talking about? And then the owl was like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, my time is pretty much over. I'm gonna let you eat me, so you get the Attack Titan powers, and then do what you got to do. Because he was seeing Eren's memories, right? That's what the owl was seeing. He was seeing what Eren saw, and Eren, right? Which is the weird thing, because like they're saying Eren knew this was going to happen since he was a kid. Because remember, he woke up and he was crying on the tree. They connected always back to that. He was crying on the tree, and then Mikasa was like, "What are you crying for?" He's like, "I don't know." But mind you, he doesn't have the Attack Titan powers yet. So does that mean anybody who is going to get the Attack Titan powers, before you get the powers, you can see the future in the past? Like, that doesn't make sense. How can I see something? How can I use a power I don't have yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I? Let's say, for instance, I'm going to become the Attack Titan when I turn like 20 or something. When I'm 8 years old, I'm able to see in the future and the past, even though I don't have the power until I become 20. That doesn't make sense. I should only be able to see this. That makes zero sense. It makes no sense. And so it's like, I don't know. He didn't cook, bro. Isayama did not cook, bro. He was cooking, and then he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw this shit in the fire and throw it in the trash and set it on fire. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, the show just it changed. It completely went like a different direction. Because obviously it was just super, like, nobody knew what was going on. Like, when Titans we didn't know anything. And then once he started answering questions, I feel like that's when the story started becoming worse. Like, as we started learning more and more about like the world and actually what's going on, it took away from the mystique and also like how good the show is, because some of the explanations just don't make sense to me. That's how I feel. Like, I feel like the show was better when we didn't know anything.
I like the part where they started revealing like the whole rest of, like, that there was other people.
Yeah, there's another world outside. They're in walls and they're trapped. Like, that was good. Yeah. All that is good. What I don't like is
when
when
they start
Ymir
adding
came into
time
play.
traveling.
Yeah, time travel, and then Eren. They also said Eren is the reason his mom died. He was like, "We need Berthold to live, so I made her."
Like, that was
Like,
crazy.
that makes no what are we talking about, bro? Like, what are we
Like, it
talking
kind
about?
of like when it makes Eren like a completely different character when you add that he orchestrated the entire thing, even though while we were watching it in present time and like, I don't know, like 2014, whenever it was coming out, he wasn't aware of that he was orchestrating the entire thing, but he was, because he was controlling everything from the future. It's just weird. It's just, I don't know, it just paints him as just like, I don't know, like a villain. Like, he was a villain the entire time, but he didn't know he was a villain.